All right, time for work. Wish I was dirt biking. Dirt biking, yeah. Oh man. I wish I was dirt biking.
Trent, what are you doing, daydreaming?
What's going on, you guys? I'm Trent, and I gotta tell you, I live here in Idaho. Look at all this white stuff. So great, isn't it? No. All winter long, I gotta tell you, all I daydream about is getting on my dirt bike. This winter, I decided to get a new dirt bike, and I wanted to show that to you guys. Check this thing out. Ooh, she's pretty. I got that Rockstar edition because, look at it. Ugh. Those triple clamps, those wheels, the exhaust, the black frame, everything that comes on the Rockstar edition stock, I just had to try one. So I have this chance to work at this big old dealership here in Idaho, Rexburg Motorsports, and they hooked me up right. Man, I got an opportunity to jump on this Rockstar edition, and I am super excited for this season. Now, again, there's snow. So where we're here in the snow and the cold, what am I supposed to do? I had the bike sitting at my house, had the bike sitting next to my desk for a little while, and daydreaming, but I decided to escape and go out south. This is the first time that I took that Rockstar edition out onto the track, and I wanted to give you guys some feedback on what I kind of thought of it. Alright, so we're out here at Mesquite Motocross Park, and I'll tell you, just to start off this video, I race the 30B class and 450 novice, so I'm by no means super fast. So when you're watching this video, if you're thinking, oh man, I could go way faster, you're more than likely right. But come on out, we'll have a good time, and bench race some. But to start off with this Husky, there was a couple things that really stood out to me. I've had a lot of 450s in the past. Last year I rode a 2019 YZ250F all year and loved it. But I'll tell you, from the other 450s and even from my 250, this Husky 450, the weight difference is super noticeable. This 450 Husky was actually a couple pounds lighter than my 250F last year, and a lot lighter than the other 450s that I've ridden. And you could feel the weight difference when you're throwing it into ruts, when you're hitting consecutive bumps. I was super impressed. So that was probably the biggest thing that stood out to me. I even rode a couple of different brands of 450s while we were out here, and I'll do a little bit more of a comparison, in the future. But when I was riding those other bikes, I could feel the weight difference. That made me love this Husky a lot. Now, another thing that I really thought was impressive was the suspension. Now, coming off the YZ250F, which I loved the suspension all last year, I was honestly kind of worried on this Husky, in the suspension department, but I didn't need to be worrying because the suspension was very good. I was impressed. I set up the suspension with the air pressures and stuff like that from Motocross actually KTM test for 2020, and set it up to the novice numbers, and I was super impressed. It was super plush. I didn't feel any harsh spots, and it was very composed throughout the bumps, and seemed to absorb everything really well. Now, one thing that made me go to the 250F last year when I got my Yamaha was I really liked how on the small bores you can twist the throttle like you don't have to worry about, and it will never break loose or never really punish you. I was a little worried, because I've ridden a lot of other brand 450s, and you never really ride with that reckless abandon. Now, with this Husky 450, I was super impressed with the power delivery. I could ride it, almost with the same aggression as my 250F, but there was a lot more there, and you could go a lot faster, and I really liked that. You can tell I ride more so in the low to mid range of the power band, and this thing was super beater there, always grabbing traction. I did play with the traction control off and on throughout the day, and honestly, I really liked the traction control feel. It was pretty awesome. I am super pumped on this new bike and super excited to kind of bring you guys along for the journey here at Daydream MX. And for all you moto addicts out there, keep dreaming.